Hello and welcome. Today we're taking a look at the Nerf Rival Pathfinder. Included is the Pathfinder itself, a 12-round magazine, 12 accu rounds, and the instructions. Now that we have it out of the box, let's go over the Pathfinder. Up on top you have your adjustable sights. On the right side of the blaster only, we have our safety. In the back position, we are ready to fire, and in the forward position, we are locked and safe. On the left side of the blaster only, we have our reprime switch in case we encounter a jam. Right here, we have our priming indicator. When it's solid orange, the Pathfinder is primed, and when you fire, it turns to yellow. Now up here, we have our pump grip. I find it quite comfortable. You have texture on both sides. It feels very, very nice. This right here is our magazine release, and it is phenomenal. The action there is super refined. The blaster ships with a 12-round Rival magazine, but unfortunately, I have tested it. They have not fixed the magazine incompatibility issues. What'll happen when you stick an older Rival magazine in is the magazine will wiggle around and it will only chamber the top round. That is very disappointing. But you can use any Rival magazine newer than 2017, as well as the magazine from the finisher. Back here we have our main grip. This grip isn't perfect, but it's definitely good enough. Now back here we have our stock. You can mount a sling through it. This stock is quite small. If you look at the grip, the stock starts about there. So it's definitely longer than something like a retaliator stock, but still definitely not the most comfortable thing. I mean, you can definitely use it, but you really have to choke up on it. Firing is pretty straightforward. You insert your loaded magazine, and it is a pump action Springer with no slam fire. The Pathfinder is a breeze to fire. That was fantastic. Now we're going to take this thing outside and grab some numbers. Let's grab some chronograph numbers from the Pathfinder. 100. 98. 100. 98. 99. 96. That is some very consistent performance. This average is very standard for Rival, and this is definitely hitting the 90 FPS box claim. Now let's take some shots downrange. The Pathfinder seems to be firing on par with the other accu Rival blasters, which is to say it is very solid. So what are my final thoughts on the Nerf Rival Pathfinder? Personally, this is my favorite out of the 3 accu Rival blasters. The performance is solid. It's a very comfortable pump action blaster. The magazine release is awesome. It looks fantastic, and overall, it's really fun to use. But there are some things that hold the Pathfinder back. The more minor thing out of my 2 problems is the stock. It's not horrible, but I really wish this was adjustable. But that is definitely not the blaster's biggest issue. The biggest issue is the fact that this has magazine compatibility issues. The fact that this thing can't use old Rival magazines is a major turnoff point for most people. That is really disappointing because everything else about the blaster is really fantastic. I think the Pathfinder is the closest Rival thing we've gotten to the Alpha Trooper. Overall, I really like the Pathfinder, but you have to be aware that this thing does have some compatibility issues. Thank you very much for watching. That's my take on the Pathfinder. I would love to hear your thoughts on the blaster. Have a good one, and happy nerfing.